Hello, everybody. How are you all doing today? Hope you're doing well. Considering my last stream was basically throttled by my poor internet, which unfortunately has been on the fritz recently, which is exceptionally frustrating. I do not like being this sort of frustrated. I really don't, but hey, what can you do about it? Sometimes the internet just doesn't want to cooperate with us. And whenever that happens, we just gotta roll with the punches and do what we can do. Even if that is just swallowing our pride and moving on. Either way, how are you all doing tonight? I hope you're doing well. After all, for a fae like me, yeah, it is always a fun time indeed. Anyway, the question of the day. What are your techniques for falling asleep? As always, that is the most important question for a lot of us, considering sometimes sleep can be incredibly evasive at the best of times. Because on and off again, I have experienced, well, sleep evading me. Because, well, sometimes your brain is just so full of activity and so full of energy that your brain is just like, yeah, you want to go to sleep, but you don't want to go to sleep. That's always fun to have that happen. Either way, I hope for the best. Yes, and this time, we check out what's beneath the surface. Why don't we? Anyway, let's head on down. Oh, why don't we? As I wait for the other foot to drop.
That sound is becoming familiar.
Gargarensis already sieges the gate.
What if the gates open?
Then we get to be part of Ragnarok. Kronos is not an enemy you can fight with mere weapons. Our only chance is to stop Gargarensis before he opens the gates and releases him.
Well, isn't that fun? So back to preventing the apocalypse. Michael!
Protect the well! We must not let it be destroyed!
There is much gold to be found in the underworld.
They're out to protect us once again. And there's a more important thing to take care of, honestly. For as strong as we are, it means nothing if Gargarensis continues to raid us. So we might as well take care of that issue while we still can. We'll send one of you down. And that seems about appropriate.
Skipan, Ateraus. Skipan, Ateraus. Yow. Ateraus.
Either way, taking care of this before it becomes an issue. Because, well, quite frankly, we have the advantage at the current moment in time. So, as usual, it is our responsibility to press that advantage. Because if you don't press an advantage, any advantage you have, you're just asking yourself to be crushed under the weight of your enemies.
Skipan, Ateraus, Jau, Samvik, Jau, Samvik, Ateraus, Skipan, Samvik, Gervil, Ateraus,
And personally, I'm one who prefers taking care of issues or they become too,
Samvik,
well,
Samvik,
significant.
Ateraus,
Skip ég vil.
Skipan, Samvil,
And besides, the gate can last a little while.
Ateraus, Jau, Samvik, Samvik,
It may be liable for destruction, but it'll be fine. And all we need to do is just keep Chiron alive as we destroy this thing. And then we can focus on bringing Hesse up. We'll bring Hesse down and we'll bring Dwarves down.
Skip ég vil.
Jau, Ateraus,
Izvoli.
Let's see.
A hero has fallen.
Skipan, Ateraus,
Inečerek.
Izvoli.
10% damage done to the Titan gate. Oh well.
Skipan, Ateraus,
We'll be fine. It'll just take time. Yeah, it always just takes some time.
Hver þar?
Um,
Ég vil. Veiðimaður.
Jau, Ateraus,
Anyway, this should take care of any problems we have on the surface as a whole. Well, as we are preventing an enemy that would otherwise be a constant and persistent annoyance.
Tilbúin? Tilbúin.
And from getting to that point,
Satt. Skip. Satt, já. Ég vil. Skip.
Jau, Samvik, Ateraus,
let's see.
Skip veiðimaður.
Continue hunting down below. As we continue to destroy what is left of them.
Skipan?
Let's see. Now with that taken care of, we can
Jau, Samvil,
refocus all our efforts onto the Tataran
Samvik, Samvik,
Gate without in fear of reprisal from Gargarensis on top of the surface.
Hver það? Já. Grjótsveit. Skipan? Samþykkt. Já.
Skip
Já. Skipan? Samþykkt. Skip.
We'll send one of you back because
Já. Samþykkt.
evidently I forgot the most
Jau.
important thing. Being housing. Housing is ever so
Já,
important.
satt, já. Ég vil, satt, já, já. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin. Veiðimaður.
Já, já,
Honestly though,
já,
taking care of Gargarensis on the surface makes the rest of this
Tilbúin,
now
já.
a lot easier.
Skip.
I mean, for one, you don't have to
Ég vil.
be in a panic over, well, everything else really. Because honestly, the least fun thing to do is be in a panic over,
Skip.
oh boy, howdy, how in the world am I gonna win this
Tilbúin.
one?
Timbursveit.
Já.
Skipan. Tilbúin. Veiðimaður. Hver það? Ég vil.
So, gathering up what ball we can.
Skipan.
And upgrade our units appropriately.
Já. Something. Satt. Ég vil.
Especially given that the fact of the matter is
Ég vil.
what matters is getting to the
Ég vil.
Tatarn gate.
Til orustuslag. Atrás.
Hver þar?
Hey,
Hver
we have
þar?
appropriate numbers to assist.
Veiðimaður.
Tilbúin. Skip. Ég vil.
And to be honest,
Satt.
power only matters so far as in how effectively can you arm as many people as you need.
Skipan. Satt.
And right now, what we need is just to focus on resources as is appropriate.
Hver þar?
And plus, the relics are not really all that useful.
Skipan. Já. Já. Brjótsveinn. Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Tilbúin.
But yeah,
Ég vil.
without Gargarants is on the surface, and the fact that they're stuck in the lowest possible age, and without any villagers to really gather resources to help
Tilbúin.
improve the
Samþykkt.
situation,
Veiðimaður.
you have nothing to worry about.
Já. Samþykkt. Já. Satt. Samþykkt.
I know
Hver
some may
þar?
say otherwise, but hey, they're not me.
Skipan. Já. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil.
Skipan. Tilbúin. Skipan. Samþykkt. Brjótsveinn. Skipan. Samþykkt.
Well,
Satt.
Já. Hver Satt. þar?
our numbers only grow.
Veiðimaður.
Let's see. We'll keep producing throwing axemen as our units of choice. As for now, and we'll call that
Hver þar?
good deal. Good done
Hver
deal.
þar? Hver þar? Satt.
Done deal, good deal.
Satt. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Would I
Ég
have
vil.
you?
Satt. Já. Samþykkt. Atrás.
Yeah.
Tilbúin. Skipan.
Já. Satt. Ég vil. Ég vil. Ég vil.
30%. We're almost there. We'll be fine.
Tilbúin. Já.
Honestly,
Satt.
this is one of the easier scenarios alongside
Til
what was
orustuslag.
the other one?
Tilbúin.
Proszę.
In
Yeah,
way.
just
Skip.
throw in flaming weapons and you make this exceptionally easy for you.
Tilbúin. Já. Skipan.
Inegere.
Skipan.
As we just take care of the last one.
A hero has
Tilbúin.
fallen.
Proszę.
Skipan.
Ég vil. Atrás.
Gereg.
Já.
And there we are. most dangerous of our foes defeated.
Retreat to the well! We'll make our stand there! Chiron! Go!
And there goes Chiron.
No!
Arcantos, we must go. There is nothing we can do for him.
What a heroic sacrifice. Shame it's a waste.
All of you, take cover. Someone is coming.
Chiron was a great warrior. We will not forget his sacrifice.
What do we do now?
Wait, what is this?
You? How did you get here?
We followed you.
Why didn't you just come with us?
Loki, he tries to fool us. Our mission is too important to trust strangers.
What mission?
Before Gargarensis came to the north, Loki tricked Thor and smashed his hammer.
Yes, and we have been tasked with making a new one. I have to get the haft from a piece of the taproot. Eitri has the hammer head. We are supposed to meet.
And if Thor has his hammer, he will seal the gate.
Indeed he will.
If
mine
goes
send it to the surface, we will receive reinforcements through the well.
Jau, jau,
Indeed we will.
Järvill. Samvikt.
Thankfully, we don't have to
We
worry
must
about.
avoid the gate. The enemy is too strong for us to fight.
Thankfully, the gate is not being destroyed right at the moment. Just need to avoid it.
In air,
Skipan. Ateraus.
Hver þar?
Get as much gold as we can in a short period of time. How much do reinforcements cost again? What, 500 gold? 300?
in
Enough to be annoying at
You
the very
add.
least.
at you.
Jau. Samvikt. Ateraus.
Reinforcements from the surface!
Yeah, 500 -ish.
Samþykkt.
In wedge.
Jau.
Look there! Eitri has arrived.
Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Jau. Jau.
And we'll continue on.
Atraus.
Jau. Samvikt. Jau. Samvikt. Järvill. Jau. Järvill.
I remember there are some
Yarbil.
dwarves around here.
Järvill. Jau. 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 Järvill. Järvill. Samvikt.
Please help us. Free us before the One-Eye returns.
Já, já.
Hver þar?
There we
Gang.
are.
Irifer.
Skipan.
Skipan.
Ah, my mistake.
Hver þú? Já, samþykkt. Já, grjótsveit.
Ég vil.
Reinforcements from the surface!
Já, ég vil. Timber.
Yeah, you're all going to the taproot.
Hver þar? Ég vil.
Skipan. Samvikt.
Já,
Tilbúin. Atraus. Skipan. Já.
No, losing that Valkyrie is too valuable. Well, we'll just restart and call it good.
Samvikt.
Tilbúin?
Já, já.
If we mine gold,
Ja,
send it to the surface.
Jeg
We
vil.
will receive
Jeg
reinforcements
vil.
through the well.
Jeg vil.
Hver satt?
Ja.
We
Jeg
must
vil.
avoid the gate.
Som
The
jeg
enemy
vil.
is too
Jeg
strong for
vil.
us to fight.
Ja.
And
Jeg
we'll
vil.
use Dragon Leaf to explore.
Jeg vil.
Energerek.
Ja. Jeg vil. Jeg vil. Raus. Raus. Skipper.
Energerek.
There we are.
In wedge.
Ja. Jeg vil. Jeg vil. Som
In wedge. In wedge.
Keep a Monra healthy enough where it doesn't matter.
Ja. Jeg vil. Raus. Ja. Som vil. Jeg vil.
Reinforcements from the
will.
surface.
And get those units
Yow.
up. Up and ready to defend.
Skipperen som vil. Raus.
As we clear out a path.
Ja.
In wedge.
Look there!
At you.
Eitri has arrived.
Já. Samþykkt. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
And knowing that there's dwarves over there,
Hver það? Ég vil.
Ja.
this makes this direction all the more valuable as we can get
Energerek. Irifer.
people working
Urier.
faster.
Irifer. Tayu. Urier. Uier.
And by doing this, we get them to waste.
Please help us. Free us before the one-eye returns.
After all, what's the
Skipperen.
use
Ja. Jeg
of
vil. Som
the
vil.
ancestors' god power if it's just gone to waste?
Reinforcements from the surface.
Hver
To
það?
the taproot with all of you.
Timbersveit.
Tilbúin?
We'll just wait for the ancestors' god power to run out.
Skipperen som
Keep
vil.
Wrinkle Leaf here for a good reason.
Energerek.
And once that wall is dead, we'll
Three cheers!
Hver það?
We're free!
Grjótsveit.
Hver það?
Já. Tilbúin? Grjótsveit.
Tilbúin. Som vikt.
and there we are.
Skipperen. Som vikt.
Forward you go.
Uier.
Along with you three.
Uier. Gerek. You.
Tilbúin? Já.
Since we're not really expecting enemies from that direction.
Gerek.
Reinforcements from the surface.
Ja. Jeg vil. Som vikt.
Tilbúin? Ég vil. Já.
Gerek.
What we need is get E3
Energerek.
over.
Irifer.
Yeah, sooner rather than later.
Skipperen.
Tilbúin.
The Nidog is coming.
Skipperen som vil. Raus.
There's Regenleaf. She's the only one who can defeat the beast.
There we are.
Skip. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin? Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Reinforcements from the surface.
Rás. Hver það? Grjótsveit. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Ég vil.
Tayu. Tayu.
Ja. Jeg vil. Ja. Som vikt.
Energerek.
And there we are. Let's continue marching on. There's nothing to the north here.
Gerek.
Skip.
Energerek. Energerek.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já.
Energerek. Gerek.
Skip.
Reinforcements from the surface.
Ég vil. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Já.
And there we are.
Tilbúin til orustuslag.
Skipan vil.
Hver er klart? Ég vil.
Skipan vil.
Tilbúin.
In wedge at you.
You just need to get past this little area.
Get
Which
in
I'm
you
certain-
and
And we'll only have minor complications at this point.
Tilbúin? Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Samþykkt.
Well, now the path's clear. We'll just bring him the hammerhead all the way over.
Skipan vil.
Look out! The enemy has broken through reinforcements from the surface.
Skipan.
Já. Já, satt. Já, timbursveinn.
We'll be fine.
Tilbúin?
And this is one of the shortest scenarios. Nose, hand over fist.
Já. Grjótsveinn.
Tilbúin. Já.
Skipan. Ég vil.
Hver er þar?
Skipan vil.
And we only have to deal with 100 more HP-ish. Yes, and it'll be fine. And absolutely
Tilbúin. Samþykkt.
Tilbúin.
There we are. A solid victory.
Kronos. Finally you are free. Yes, my reward. What?
You gotta appreciate how Thor just comes in at the right time and just says no. You also gotta appreciate how the HD editions kind of screwed the cutscenes by moving the camera out a little too much. I do love this cutscene. Anyway, next scenario, please. All is not lost.
I told you. We should have killed Arcantos when we had the chance.
Calm yourself, worm. All is not lost.
What? How can all not be lost? All of the gates have been closed.
We have a plan, my friend.
Yes, yes. And you get to play an important part in it.
What? What plan?
Arcantos.
Where are we?
Midgard. Our battles are not yet over.
What of the gate?
The gate is closed, but we have not stopped Gagarensis. His army is heading this way.
This pass leads
Hver
to
er það?
Jotnir, an abandoned fortified
Já.
mining town.
Timbursveinn?
We can use the resources and fortifications there to
Tilbúin.
defend
Já.
ourselves.
Já.
Yes, that could work, but
Skipan.
fun fact, Gargarence's army doesn't
Já. Ég vil.
an attack
Something.
until you, well, open yourself
Já.
up to attack. If you have no town center, they'll never attack.
Samþykkt. Ég vil. Ég
Which
vil.
makes taking your time instead, and then
Samþykkt.
building an economy with, you know,
Skipan.
the amount of units they've given you. It's a viable strategy instead, where you can take out your enemies before really putting a lot of effort into it. Otherwise, minimal effort into what usually would be a very long, arduous process. Besides, there's fish, so we don't have to worry about food. Gold and wood are easily collected by our villagers. And any defenses we have to worry about is gold. So instead of being this the traditional bloody fight on and on way, I'm just gonna do it the cheesy way, where, you know, it's like, yeah, there's supposed to be a challenge here, but I'm not digging it. Let's see. And since we're having fun with this, we might as well go all the way in. And just rotate houses appropriately. And make this kind of decorative. In all honesty. After all, if you can't have fun with playing a game, what fun are you having?
Tribes of giants live to the north. We are better off strengthening our defenses to the south.
Let's see. Honestly, I'm having fun. And because, well, as easily it is to wound in the AI's pride, well, non-existent pride of the AI, sometimes it's just fun doing weird stuff like this. Stuff that the game does not expect you to do. Nor really should you, because honestly, is it worth, honestly, in completely blunt, is it worth it? Honestly, not really. Is it fun as all heck? Heck, and it helps restore some wounded pride.
A hero has fallen.
Oh, better. But it's fun to do.
Skipan.
After all, there's no better vengeance on the AI than, like, taking advantage of some gaps that the developers never really planned for, because, boy howdy, are you not supposed to play the scenario like this? Yes, and it's kind of crazy that you are. Oh well.
Skipan samþykkt. Samþykkt.
Let's see.
Skipan.
Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Take advantage of the AI in ways it will never be, and taking advantage of the fall. Amatrol. Vente, Thrall. All 9 feet tall, rocks, roots, humans, trolls, dimwit, men, creatures that live in caverns beneath hills and mountains. They are allies, giants, will find during Ragnarok, trolls are strong, have live and lifestyles, are not known for their beauty. Trolls that can influence daylight, some known to steal women and children, might leave a changeling in exchange for a kidnapped child. Some trolls had magical powers, particularly divination of the future. Oh, isn't that fun?
Tilbúin.
Let's see, what else do we have to do?
Samþykkt.
Oh yeah. We'll dock this location. And build And build a fishing boat there.
Já. Já.
Let's see.
Tilbúin?
After all,
Hver það? Samþykkt?
with infinite source of resources, we don't have to worry about the future.
Yow!
Let's see.
Yow!
We'll just use you lot to destroy this wall. Not much point continuing around for it to do so itself.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Að ráðs.
And there we are. And he isn't destroying this wall? It's in the way of good dock placement.
Skipan. Já. Nei.
Já. Skipa.
Tilbúin som Hervi.
Skipa som
There we go. And one fishing over there.
Já.
Yow! Samvik.
And we'll go the long way around. Now we have 3 sources of food income.
Tilbúin. Ég vil.
And we'll be fine. Oh, so fine and divine.
Ég vil.
Abandoned fortified mining town.
Etimus.
Samvik.
Best part is how you can more effectively take care of business. Is even without having a strong army. Taking care of them.
Já, samþykkt.
Skipan. Satt. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
Hver það? Satt. Timbursveit.
There we are. Hammer trolls. Assemble.
Já, ég vil. Satt.
And we'll get the gold mine upgrades while we're still gathering resources like this. As we might as well. Wonderful rock throwing, my dearest trolls. Wonderful rock throwing indeed.
Já, ég vil.
I suppose it's time we move on to gold for now.
Ég vil.
As we're still gaining faith, we might as well do the cool thing and just gain some faith by a giant over here. And with the 7th troll, they'll form into a more aesthetically pleasing formation instead of just a line of 6.
Já, samþykkt. Satt. Já, ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Ég vil.
And there we are. By ensuring steady upgrades come out, it'll be more than fine. And honestly, I've done this before to the point where I've destroyed Gargarensis' base before we're putting down town center, but honestly, I'm just gonna be satisfied with taking out the giants and gathering the relics there and just calling it a day. Because honestly, doing that much is not worth it at all. Sure, it's morbid, it's satisfying in a very vengeful childhood memory kind of way, but ultimately it's not worth it. I'd say. Not worth it in the slightest.
Gereg.
Skipan.
See, now they can go easily fit through the tight corridors.
Järvill. Skipan. Ateraus.
In Gereg. At you.
Etemos. Carlos. Carlos.
In a Gereg. Gereg.
A hero has fallen.
And there we are.
Etemos.
Skipan.
And taking out those Jarls has made this easy.
In wedge effect.
Yep, keep your trolls in the back line and you should be golden.
Gereg. In wedge.
Thank you, Reckon. The healing is always incredible. We'll just gather up the entirety of this gold mine. That should be enough for majority of the blacksmith upgrades that we're going to need.
In wedge.
And there we are. I mean, throwing rocks is very dangerous. Rocks are heavy, man. And they're unexpectedly deadly if you're not treating it seriously. Basically, don't throw rocks. It is bad idea. No matter how you put it. You just don't go throwing stuff up in general.
Ateraus. Järvill. Ateraus. Skipan.
And there we are. Taken care of very easily because of an army of trolls. Norse units are very vulnerable to range as a whole. And I mean, just look at what a few trolls have done to them.
Skipan. Ateraus. Järvill. Ateraus.
A hero has fallen.
Effectively making mincemeat of that army.
Järvill. Ateraus.
Normally, it's a bit more tricky if you just... Because I've done this with just the heroes on Titan difficulty as well. I don't recommend you doing it, but it's possible.
Järvill. Ateraus. Skipan.
In a Gereg.
I don't recommend you do a lot of things I do on Titan difficulty, but here we are. Just doing the cool casual thing of gradually just weighing down the enemy. before they even become
Hver
a
þar?
problem that we have to deal with. You know, the cool kid thing to do.
Get it. In Sherek. Gereg.
Etimus.
Skipan, Jervil.
Etimus.
There we are. Either way, taking care of enemy armies when they are not producing, because the AI is disabled, well, for the most part, it's fun.
Skipan.
Well, not necessarily fun, but it's easy.
Skipan.
Etimus.
Oh, we have a cat that's meowing.
Yow?
Give me a moment. You just need to close the door. And there we are. Oh, I can't believe I forgot to close that door.
Jervil.
That's a little embarrassing.
Samvikt.
Oh well.
Samvikt.
Let's laugh without a little embarrassment, if not a little... Not necessarily boring, but...
Tilbuin.
Certainly less exciting.
Skipan.
Anyway, we need more wood.
Yow. Jervil. Jervil. Samvikt.
After all we've done, all we could.
Yow? Yow.
It's a mystery, don't you know? Either way, taking care of enemy army like this is just nice.
Yow. Samvikt. Skipan. Jervil. Samvikt.
Either way, yeah, I keep thinking that there's a hill fort up here, but there actually isn't. So
Jervil.
good for us, I guess.
Samvikt. Atraus. Yow. Jervil.
Rostagma.
And we'll use our Cantus as our meat shield, I guess. Just have the trolls throw rocks and it'll be fine.
Tilbuin.
As we go build another dock to take care of more fish. It really is the easiest thing in the world once you know how to make a game like this. To effectively deal with enemies like with the greatest ease possible. Oh, after all, it should give us an income of about 100, I suppose. It's so... I'm doing well, Pickle 287. It's been a while since I've seen you. Ooh, in all honesty. Yeah, how are you doing? I'm basically just doing the cool kid thing and doing the thing that you're not meant to do by attacking an enemy that has their AI disabled because you're expected to wall. But you know, it's the fun thing to do. And the question of the day is, what are your techniques for falling asleep? Me, it's you know, turn off the lights, close the door, all that good stuff. And it looks like I have to let a cat out in my room. Give me a moment. I love the cats my roommates have. But boy howdy, do they get themselves trapped in places where they really shouldn't. Look, the wonders of cats, everyone. Yeah, I'm doing well. Well, I hope you're doing well as well. Given how crazy the world is and how stressful things can get, y'all need to find a way to sit back, relax, and just have a good time. Oh yeah, these automatically convert to yours after a while.
Yow, yow.
I do find that it's a little redundant, but what can you do? But yes. Ultimately, I've been doing well. Although you caught me unintentionally. I may or may not be intentionally dragging out. For sole reason if I don't want this live stream ending as soon as it seems it will. So I'm just doing this to have fun. And hopefully everyone else will be having fun as well. But yes, an army of giants is meaningless in the end. Let's see. Those are the two things you do have to worry about in this scenario. Is cavalry that spawns right about this area when the AI actually turns on. Cavalry that spawns right about over here, and a bunch of wolves that spawn all over here. If we just do the pool kit and just all of our enemies and just make sure that they can't do anything. I will admit there is some great satisfaction of being the scenario the traditional way. But yeah, with the giants gone, we don't really have much to worry about. Albeit Pickle 287. Because, like I said, there's only two real spawns outside of the actual base. A set where they just throw units at you. Being over here-ish and over here.
Skipan.
Já, samþykkt. Timbursveit.
Já, ég samþykkt.
Innuel.
And we'll grab all three of these.
Ne, volum, malist, etemos. Ne.
Jerek.
Proceshe.
And take them back to the temple.
Yervil.
Ja, samþykkt.
Because let's be honest, at this point, things are a lot easier since all the enemies come down from a single passageway where they are easily corrallable.
Tilbúin.
Skipan.
And we'll wait till the wood is done, and then we'll move you all back to gold. Oh look, they're polishing rocks. What a cute bunch of trolls. Alright.
Sækið fram.
And now it's time for the cheesiest strategy you have. That most of us have under their belts. We'll just wall up over here. But considering they do have the Undermine God power, we'll just make one wall over here for actual wall purposes, and then we'll move on to the second wall behind that.
Skip yow. Yow.
Now we'll just destroy the stone fence.
Skip. 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 Something. Something. Skip. Something.
And we'll chip our way through that stone wall. Oh, not to overcome an enemy, but to, well, effectively just maneuver in such a way that benefits us.
Skipan! Yo! Yo, 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 yo! Ég vil.
Well,
Tilbúin? Já.
as the bear's dead, we may as well harvest it
Samþykkt.
and not let, what, 250 meat go to waste?
Etim. Esto. Malista. Volume.
Let's see. Because one thing I do dislike is letting resources go to waste. At least if I can, I try to avoid that. If I can help
Ég
it.
vil. Já, satt. Ég vil.
Ne, Malista. Esto.
Gungnir och
Jag vill.
is
Jag
tactical
vill.
plot plans,
Jag
memos,
vill.
spearman,
Jag
and
vill.
Elsefox. I'm sorry if I'm talking
Volume.
about a minute. My mind is just
Esto.
a buzz.
Esto.
Buzz,
Ja.
buzz, buzz.
Jag vill.
I'm just trying to have my.
Jag
I'm just
vill.
trying to convey all these thoughts to you guys, and it's just
Samvikt.
so many thoughts
Samvikt.
and empty.
Skipan. Samvikt. Jag vill. Jag vill.
Let's see.
Yow.
Yeah, we'll make a barracks over
Ja.
here.
Tilbúin. Something.
A barracks over
Something.
here.
Skipan, satt.
And we'll do Hammer of the Gods, and after that we'll do the Dragon Scale Shield.
Tilbúin.
It's not like all stacks are astonishingly powerful already, but more power to all stacks is always a good thing. Oh, you don't listen. Don't force yourselves to watch my streams.
Yeah.
What's important is
You will.
you're happy, you're healthy, and you're doing well for yourself. That's the important thing here. Fair? Fair. If you can't catch my streams, it's entirely alright. Because I'll be the first to admit my streams are not the highest quality thing in the
Yeah.
universe.
Something.
And sometimes my internet, well, it does not cooperate at all. Well, which makes it a nightmare to actually get my streams up and running sometimes. But when it does cooperate and actually able to stream, it's always exciting to see old faces I've seen before, like you.
Yow.
It makes the streaming thing worth it if I can entertain at least one person and help improve my flow of speech, if I have to put it one way. And because, well, as I've said before,
Something.
my
Yow.
ability to speak is hampered by the fact that I have 1,000 ideas, and my mouth just cannot keep up with how fast I want to speak.
Yow.
Let's see.
Skipan.
Oh, looks like the temple is full.
Skipan. Jag
Well, I
vill.
guess I'll just take this
Jag vill.
and deposit the relic into where I know an underworld passage will spawn.
Samvikt. Jag vill.
Look at me, I sound like such a nerd at knowing each and every little detail of this map. That's how you know someone's really in love with the game. They know details about. Yeah. Well, that's good. My way of falling asleep is, well, I have a very specific ritual. What I have to do to make it easier for me. I make sure I turn off all the electronics, I turn off the dark, turn off everything, I lay flat on my back. I have to make sure every electronic I have is outside of arm's reach, or else I'll be more tempted than I should to actually, well, whittle away the hours of midnight and just stare at the pretty little screen that fits in everyone's pocket. I'm my own worst enemy in that case. Let's see. If I remember correctly, Underworld Passage starts right about here. So that should really do wonders for preventing it from spawning.
In wedge. UER. In wedge there.
Boots, no, I can't let you in. I'm recording. You can bother your people who adopted you. But yeah, it is the cool thing just to do the things to use the AI, I suppose.
Yow, yow, yow.
Now we'll just gather enough gold to age up twice, which is about 1,500. We did 18,000 food respectively, so, but the fishing ships should do a good enough job at that.
Skipan, já, já, samþykkt. Til orrustuslag, tilbúin. Já.
Let's see. But yeah, if I can help you go to sleep, that's always a wonderful thing as well. Well, because YouTube, I have no intention of being a professional VTuber, professional streamer, professional anything, mostly. I'm doing this for two reasons. Either to entertain anyone who stumbles upon my videos, and, well, self-improvement, as I've said before. You know, one thing I've done in the past is, like, well, one thing I'm trying to get good at again is drawing, because I used to be decent at drawing for a beginner, but now I've kind of let that skill decay, so I'm trying to form a new habit, which is drawing every day, at least for a total of 30 minutes every day, and have some fun with it. And I'm just kind of dragging this scenario out because I do not plan to play more than 3 scenarios, because I do not want to do the last 2 scenarios in the Atlantis campaign for Age of Mythology, because boy howdy do they get hard. Especially the last scenario, where you're stuck in the classical age and your enemy is maxed out in Mythic. It's like you're given units to help you defend off those waves, but even then, it's a fight for your life through and through. You're not going to have it easy no matter how you try. And honestly, I love that. It's the most difficult scenario in the campaign, as it should be. It's the last scenario, and you're fighting for your life, more or less. Yes, it's the most difficult, but for the right reasons. It's especially Titan difficulty, where you really have to know the little tricks to more effectively survive, or be able to stand the units quickly enough where you are able to overcome the massive amounts of units that are being sent your way. It is the culmination of all strategies you have since you only have one hero in Arcantos that can be revived and is exceptionally powerful. Oh, who is very important you do not lose, who is given his power. And 2, your allies die in roughly a minute 20 and 20, 25 respectively, or is it 15, 20? Either way.
Skipan.
You're not meant to have a good time.
Skipan. Something.
Alright.
Yow. Yow. Something.
No.
Yow.
You're not supposed to do that. It's freaking awesome.
Skipan. Tilbuin. Yow. Something. Yow. Skipan.
Whatever. We'll just... You know what? No. Oh, I've wasted enough time. I'm just gonna build the town center. Build the walls. Build the town center.
Something.
Let's see.
Skjærvild. Atraus.
Tilbuin til orustslag. Something. Something.
And there we are.
Skipan.
We'll just surround the giant and just eat him. Eat him till he's dead.
Yow.
Anyway, we'll move these infantry units up here. We'll just leave the hammer trolls to help us.
Tilbuin. Yervil.
Skipan. Samvikt.
Let's see. We'll upgrade to a gate, and I'll put a wall there. Let's see. That'll be good. Bing, bang, boom.
Skipan.
And we'll just use the rock as a defensive tool. Cool. And we'll just call it good.
Yow.
I'll just build this stone wall first so we can put a gate.
Yow. Something.
Let's see. Or get rid of that wall up over here.
Samvikt.
Malista. Ne.
Let's see.
Ja. Atraus.
Yep, there's the giant.
Tilbuin. Something. Yervil. Skipan. Something. Yow. Yervil. Yow. Yervil. Yow.
Bring you two over here.
Yow.
Bring you over here.
Yow.
1, 2, 3, and then another wall over here. Another one here. Final one here.
Skipan.
You lot will make a wall here.
Yow.
And here.
Já, samvikt. Tilbúin, já.
We'll drop off all the gold.
Já.
Gather this wood.
Já.
And open the gate here.
Tilbúin, samþykkt.
But yeah,
Ég vil.
I do
Já.
enjoy breaking the snow above all the snows, if I'm being honest. A, because of how easy it allows itself to be broken.
Já. Ég vil.
And there we are.
Skipan. Samvikt.
See, yes, the scenario breaks before me with the greatest of me.
Skipan. Ég vil. Tilbúin, ég vil.
But yeah, if you do the snow the traditional way, it is actually mildly difficult. I will say.
Skipan. Ég vil.
But yeah. The reason I do the walls is the way I do is to prevent the undermine from jumping as it does, as you do.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
After all, the first wall is just for making sure you're able to more effectively respond. Second wall is there to basically help protect you.
Já, já. Já. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Skipan. Samþykkt.
Let's see. And the third wall is your last line of defense. Ensign's basically there to help say, yeah. They're unlikely to get as far back, but hey. If they do, they still have to get through.
Tilbúin. Já, já.
Which makes Robnir from a fortified mine town into a fortress.
Já. Ég vil. Ég vil. Já. Já.
Já, satt. Ég vil.
It is fun abusing the AI like this.
Já. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Skipan. Ég vil. Já. Já. Ég vil.
And at this point, Dropnia is less a fortified, no, a fortress than a mining town.
Tilbúin.
As it
Samþykkt. Samþykkt.
Skipan. Já. Samþykkt. Satt. Já. Ég vil. Satt.
After all, there's no real way to describe something this heavily defended is anything else than a fortress, really.
Tilbuin. Yao. Tilbuin.
I mean, if they wanted you to play by the rules, they would have just not given you villagers. Or barely spawn in more villagers. Here's the moment that you built the town center. That way, you couldn't pull off this degree of junk to the same amount of shenaniganry. Yeah, at the very least.
Tilbuin. Yao. Yao. Ég vil. Yao. Samþykkt. Yao.
Fortress Dropnir is not something to be underestimated.
Tilbuin. Yao. Yao. Samþykkt. Yao. Samþykkt. Skipan. Samþykkt. Já. Ég vil. Já. Já.
I suppose we should get around to building a town center at this rate. As nothing is breaking through without being noticed.
Jer vill. Jer vill.
Já. Tilbuin. Tilbuin.
Yeah, fun here.
Já. Tilbuin. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Ég vil. Tilbuin.
If I mean fun by the same way I mean cracking open a game like an egg, then yes. That also works. As a metaphor, I suppose.
Skipan? Satt. Timbursveit.
Já, já, grjótsveit. Skipan. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Já, já. Samþykkt.
Tilbuin. Tilbuin.
Yeah, I think my defenses are plenty built up.
Tilbuin. Ég vil. Tilbuin. Já. Tilbuin. Já. Ég vil. Skipan. Samþykkt. Já.
There we are, there we are.
Tilbuin. Ég vil. Já. Ég vil.
Tilbúin.
Já. Samþykkt.
Já.
Tilbúin.
Let's
Samþykkt.
see.
Tilbúin. Já. Veiðimaður.
Já. Ég vil.
Hver þar?
Da-dum, da-da-dum. Oh, that's wonderful to hear.
Ég vil.
Here. Oh, it's always wonderful to
Skipan.
hear about people's gardens growing well. Oh,
Ég
my
vil.
my family used to go to
Já. Ég vil.
Hver þar?
and
Ég
things from
vil.
gardens as well. It's always wonderful to hear about people's gardens doing well because of that. And after all, gardens, they give you so much fresh food, you know? Let's see. We'll throw a bunch of his
Skipsång.
here. Tell
Jag
defense.
vill.
Let's see.
Já. Ég vil. Samþykkt.
And we'll just pop out 5 villagers over here.
Skipan. Samþykkt.
And
Já.
our economy will get to rolling. Real quick. All we're waiting on is Mythic Age. But yeah, it's wonderful to hear your garden is growing well. Oh, I mean, obviously I'm a big supporter of, like, I really do enjoy nature. Even if I,
Skipan.
well,
Samþykkt.
I do look the part, don't I? Given how my VTuber avatar looks. And we'll go with Tia.
Já. Já. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Skipan. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt.
Yeah, I got stuck. But yeah, how does your garden look like? Is it like a traditional
Já.
old
Timbursveit.
garden with well, is it like a garden that's just directly in the ground, no backing, or is it supported by wood, surrounded by wood and elevated? Is it surrounded by stone? You know. Oh, and if you don't want to tell me, that's fine as well. I understand I do tend to ramble. On when I'm in the mood.
Já.
Já.
Ég vil. Satt.
You don't have as much mead, as much need for
Ég
wood, so
vil.
we'll just
Samþykkt. Ég vil.
move
Satt.
you lots
Samþykkt.
to
Ég vil.
farm.
Skipan.
I'll open this up just for you. Bought you. Peace.
Hver það? Ég vil. Satt. 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 Ég vil. Satt.
Skipan. Já. Skipan. Já.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Ég vil.
Spinneray.
Hver þar?
Já.
Tilbúin.
Skipan. Samþykkt.
Hver þar? Samþykkt.
Got plenty of gold income now as well. I guess you can say we're golden. Hey. Oh, that's ground boxes. That's always nice.
We only have a few minutes left. Make sure these passes are
It's
walled
simple,
off.
but it works. You don't really need to be uber fancy with gardens, in all honesty. I just like hearing people talk about things like their gardens because it's so fun to hear about all their passion. And there's so much passion that goes into creating people put into creating their gardens a long time. It's fun to hear about. And there we go. I took down the biggest building, but in the end, that doesn't really matter.
Tilbúin. Ég samþykkt. Samþykkt.
Let's see. Finish the roof brood. Let's see. Great plants and chit-chat. Making our old folks is real pain to do. So you build a lot of stuff yourself. Well, your family does.
Something
That's actually pretty. That's actually pretty fascinating. If I'm being honest, you don't often hear about stories. You hear stories about people. I'm chewing on my own words. I'm gonna calm down, take a breath. It's always wonderful to hear stories about people who make their own, well, gardens and the like. Their own tables, their own gardens, because there's always either the passion of necessity or the passion to create. And either is a wonderful thing. Either or can be wonderful in their own rights. Passion and necessity can be an unfortunate situation, but it doesn't mean it's any less incredible. Well, to see how much people do when they meet, or when they find themselves in the need to do something in order, be it through personal benefit or for the benefit of others.
Look! To the east! We will offer you a chance to surrender. If you give up now, we'll grant you a quick death. Otherwise, I promise you it will be long and painful.
We surrender. Move a little closer.
So be it.
But yeah.
Yo?
Tilbúin, ég vil, já.
Já.
Tilbúin, atrás.
And there we are.
Samþykkt. Já, atrás.
Skipan.
Ég vil.
Major issues sorted just like that. And we'll just take care of that. This issue before it comes too big.
Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
And there, bing bang boom, done.
Samþykkt. Já. Já.
There we are.
Tilbúin. Samþykkt. Já. Samþykkt. Jou. Something. Jou. Cycle from. Skip.
Let's see. Oh, yes. There we are. Oh, yes, once you know where things spawn, it's things a lot easier and blah 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 blah. I can say the same thing 100 times.
Skip some such.
Change.
Something. Skip something.
But ultimately, it's
something.
It's less about the fortified mining town. Oh, what's been done.
Tilbuin. Skip. Tilbuin. Yow.
Something like replacement of a wolf.
Yow.
We'll kill it. Just keep walking. That's why I do. That's one thing I do hate about the AI of old caravans in this game. They stop at something is just slightly out of place. You know, like a lot of animals.
Something.
Which
something.
You know,
something.
Yeah, cute little traits. But other times it's just like oh. Yeah. Sorry to hear about that. Head hey. Hey, if I can make your day a little bit better just by trying to entertain you, that's something. We do. Gardening is always fun. And it's good for the soul.
Something.
Honestly, taking care of something is always good for the soul.
Something.
Sometimes taking care of something that relies on you is a great way to get perspective.
Skipan.
If in all honesty.
Yow. Something. Tilbuin. Yow. Yow.
The economy is just
Tilbuin.
wild all over the world, and it's just weird to.
Something.
It's interesting to hear about how it's affected, but sometimes it is just a sad state of affairs. Because you know, if one person's doing well, there's always some suffering in the world, and there's little you can do about it.
Skipan.
And the most people can often do at a time is just offer a word to support. That's all. And sometimes that's just from but what? That's ultimately. Sometimes a little bit of saying everything will turn out alright even if the world's on fire. That's all people can say, and sometimes that's all that's needed. Need to say.
Skip. Tilbuin. Yow.
Let's see.
Skipan. Skip.
And there we are. Undermine again. I I didn't realize that multiple iterations of that power. Oh, now I do. A learning experience for everyone. You really don't like that wolf, do you?
Tilbúin, ég vil. Tilbúin, ég vil. Já, samþykkt. Skip, ég vil. Ég vil. Ég vil. Tilbúin, fækið fram.
We'll just repair this.
Já. Tilbúin. Já. Hver þar? Grjótsveinn. Já, ég vil. Ég vil. Tilbúin. Skip hann.
Things are back in order now.
Tilbúin. Ég vil. Já. Samþykkt. 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 Tilbúin. Fækið fram.
I almost said en masse. That's fine. Basically said he was fault. No matter what they do, they'll never be able to beat. And we'll just set this to this here. But sometimes just trying to fight over 12 minutes is...
Já, ég vil, tilbúin, samþykkt, já.
Yeah. Life is complicated. The best thing you can do is take heart and continue, keep moving on, moving on. That's all I can say. Wolf is finally decayed, so hopefully the caravans will be picking up this.
Já, samt ég vil. Ég vil. Já, ég vil.
There we are.
Hver þar? Já.
Skip hann. Já.
There we are. How many uses of undermine do they have?
Já. Já, ég vil. Já, ég vil. Skip hann, skip hann.
I understand having god powers can be repeatedly used, but this is ridiculous.
Já, já, atrás.
Til orustu slag. Já, atrás.
Já.
Já, ég vil. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Tilbúin. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Ég vil.
Hopefully they
atrás.
More uses of undermine.
Skip.
Maybe. As doubtful as that is.
Tilbúin. Tilbúin. Já.
Hver það? Atrás.
Já, ég vil.
Either way, we do have infinite use spam on our side, so we don't
Tilbúið, já. Tilbúið, já. Atrás.
Let's see.
Skipan.
Já.
Besides, with them having less of an ability to, well, spam units as themselves, else will retreat to using an offensive position.
Til orrustu slag.
Means things are just going to turn out much better soon enough.
Tilbúið.
Já. Atrás.
What use is the Undermine God power if you can't
Tilbúin, já.
keep numbers
Ég
on?
vil. Já. Ég vil. Já.
Já, ég vil. Samt ég vil. Fyrir samþykkt. Satt. Fyrir það. Samþykkt. Satt. Já. Ég vil. Tilbúið. Satt. Já.
There we are.
Skip. Samþykkt, já. 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 Ég vil.
Skip. Ég samþykkt. Já. Já. Ég vil. Satt. Til orrustu slag.
There we are.
Já. Ég vil.
We'll start producing. Throwing X Moon just costs us a lot of wood, so we'll just start producing all stocks instead.
Já. Til orrustu slag. Til orrustu slag.
After all, we can afford it.
Atrás.
But yeah, if you find my voice relaxing and you find my little antics
Til orrustu slag.
refreshing,
Samþykkt.
so be it.
Já. Ég vil. Fyrir það. Satt. Ég vil. Skipan. Tilbúið. Skip. Samþykkt. Já. Satt. Ég vil. Atrás.
Besides, they're on an upgrade. Well, we are fully upgraded, so that's a case of the only upgrading units in this army is facing.
Fyrir það.
Já. Tilbúin.
Tilbúið. Satt. Til orrustu slag.
Já, samþykkt.
I mean, that's good.
Já. Til orrustu slag. Ég vil.
In all honesty.
Samþykkt. Satt.
But it's kind of useless outside of a given area.
Já, satt. Satt. Já, satt. Ég vil. Ég vil. Atrás. Ég vil. Samþykkt. Samþykkt. Skipan.
We've undermined this fortress a couple of times, but it can't into
Skipan. Já.
Tilbúið. Já. Tilbúið. Samþykkt. Til orrustu slag. Til orrustu slag.
There we are.
Já, samþykkt. Ég vil.
Tilbúin. Timbursveit.
Skipan. Já. Já. Rós. Já. Skipan. Tilbúin. Skipan. Ég vil. Já. Skipan.
And there's more gold down here.
Skipan, hægir fram. Tilbúin. Tilbúin.
Já, ég vil.
Aussie.
Til orrustuslag.
Skipan, ég vil.
Tilbúin.
This is part of nonsense. Just throwing two.
Ég vil.
Oh. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah, I understand sometimes my voice can get a little quiet because I'm not really facing the mic. It happens. I'm still trying to effectively balance everything. Ding. They create armies as quickly as we do. Except their armies have myth units. What gives?
Odysseus is coming. He will be here soon with a great army. Odysseus? By the gods, I will be glad to see him.
Let's see. Oh yeah. The Undermine God power, in particular, since it's been used against us a total of 3 times now, is really good for opening up a wall in a turtling player's base. Like, an Undermine power can go through walls really quickly. Walls and towers melt like butter against the Undermine God power. Alright, in all honesty.
Samþykkt. Samþykkt.
Fyrir frás. Fyrir samsagt. Atrás.
Skipan. Skipan. Fram.
Skipan.
And we'll just tear down the things that they're using to build their army.
Fyrir orrustuslag. Skip atrás. Til orrustuslag. Fyrir það.
Because honestly, that's the bigger annoyance a lot of the time.
Get it.
Proszę.
Because what's the point of throwing your army against a whole horde of units if they're just going to keep making them more of them at a ridiculously fast pace? Not much of a point when you think about it.
Arcantos, I couldn't let you have all the glory.
Odysseus! Now we'll take this battle to the Cyclops for the final time!
And I'll bring in Brock as well.
Proszę.
Já, til orrustuslag. Til orrustuslag. Fyrir það. Atrás.
Let's see.
Skip.
But yeah, in all honesty, sometimes the best strategy is just to tear down whatever they're using to build units instead of attacking the units themselves.
Skipan. Skip. Satt. Já.
Etim
I mean, honestly, they don't really build proper siege beasts.
Get it.
I'm glad you changed your mind.
I was almost home. Then I dreamt of my city in ruin, and Athena spoke to me.
I know the dream. How did you find us?
Well, the horrible roar and the blinding flash of light were helpful.
That was the end of this one's dream. And with that finished, I think we should find some ships. Home beckons.
A fine idea.
Ajax.
You're sure you don't want to take him back to Atlantis? Put him in a cage somewhere.
No. He'll never set foot in my homeland.
This is for Chiron.
And off with his head. And I do think this is a wonderful place to end. Thank you so much for coming to my stream, Pickle287, and everyone else who tunes in later, or after the stream is over. It's been a fun time since the stream actually worked in like my attempt last Wednesday where I tried 5 different times. Nothing worked, but I think the time's come for me to vanish.